and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to One Season Wonder. This time we are with Lil, still with Lil even. It's the penultimate episode. We are taking on Nice today in today's game. There has been a few changes, which I'll show you in a minute, but you can see we're third place in the table, 11 points behind Marseille, which isn't great, and we've got a C+ rating. Again, not great, but I'll show you how we got here, and then we'll take a look at the changes we've made. So last time out we played Reims, and we played them also in the French Cup. Didn't start off very well. In the first 8-9 minutes, they scored from a corner after a deflection, and they scored again 8 minutes later. Cafaro firing into the box, Dia losing the ball from a challenge, but Coutessa was able to latch on to that to make it 2-0. We did look to get one back though on the 60th minute mark. It looked like it could be a possible comeback with Selic on the right hand side, playing it back to Samaya, who smashed it home from the edge of the box. But it wasn't enough, and it wasn't to be, as they got two more, one straight after that. 3 minutes later, Coutessa even comes inside Selic and fires it home. Mike Magnan probably should have done a little better there. I'm still pronouncing his name wrong, no difference there. But they then scored a goal from the back, passed it around, one long ball over the top to Dyer, smashes it home, again past the keeper, making it 4-1. A bad luck continued against Metz, where we lost 2-1. We had the dominant chances and way more than they did, but Thierry Ambrose was able to get a goal in the 70th minute. He did very well in this game, as they also went 2-0 up, with Ngueta coming down this left-hand side, running past two players easily and firing it into the bottom right-hand corner. Very good goal, but not good for us at all. And we did get a consolation goal with 10 minutes to go. We were absolutely dominant the whole game, as I mentioned, but we weren't quite able to convert all those chances we had. Ramsey playing it full to Yazici, who pops it away for 2-1. So we did turn things around against Dijon. After an early injury from Ramsey, there was an early substitution that had to be made. They did go 1-0 up, however, with Asale completing a beautiful chip over the goalkeeper. However, it didn't stick with them, as we were able to cut out one pass with a ball over the top. David was able to smash it home. You may have seen a new face in there in that move. We'll talk about him in a little minute. But Bamba on the left-hand side was able to fight for that ball and then fire the ball back onto the edge of the box. Sanchez received it and smashed it home. We've scored a lot of goals from the edge of the box this season, and long may it continue, because they are some lovely ones to watch. Andre, though, was able to then dictate the game from the deeper position into Danny Rose, who fired it across one more time, and David was also, again, able to pop it home for 3-1. Next up was a turn against Angers. It was a case that we went 1-0 up in this game. Yazici firing over to Ikone, who was able to slot it home past the keeper. Coming into a bit more form now, both for Ikone and Bamba, which is good to see at the latter stages of the season. Angers were not lying down, however, with Mantu getting across into the box, and Buffal was there to volley it home. A lovely little finish. We did make amends though. With 10 minutes to go, Yazici was able to find a Kone on the right hand side, who got a yard past his man, past two, and fired it into the bottom corner to make it 2-1. Following the change in formation partially through the last game and how well it worked, we did end up going into that formation for the second game. This time against Rene, Bamba getting the goal from a Sanchez header, which took us into the league. But just after half-time, Nzonzi scored for Rene to make it 1-1. Sticking with our new tactic paid dividends in the game for third place, where we were able to get a 5-1 victory. You saw there's Yazici getting down on that left-hand side, firing it in on his left foot. They were able to get a goal back, however, with Augustin playing it into Castelletto, again into Yippee, and then back to Castelletto, whose rebound off Nkulu fell to Augustin, and Nantes were able to make it 1-1. However, we were able to power on through. The long ball up to Ikone. He was able to slip past Marçal, who then played it back to Sanchez, who there's no one stopping that shot in from there. That was on the 38th minute, and just after half time, being 2-1 up, we then got a third with a long ball over the top to David, who got through 1-on-1, and lovely little finish to the bottom right hand corner at the keeper's near post. That didn't stop us though. We were not finished. Ikone this time taking on the defender, fired it across. It fell nicely to David, whose shot was blocked, but came back out to Ikone, where he was able to find David for a second opportunity to pop it in one more time. And then we were on the break in the 70th minute, or 68th minute, I should say. Ikone, bombing down the right-hand side, was able to fire straight at Lafont, who should have probably done better, but that made it 5-1. Next, we took on Brest. After a fantastic performance in the last game, the boys were on a high, and Ikone, early on, drives at the defence. It lands at David's feet, who doesn't make a mistake and pops it into the bottom left-hand corner, making it 1-0 in 30 minutes. Perraud, though, did score a lovely effort on goal, but Cardona was able to slot in the saved effort. We had a large amount of players out for this game. Vrthnik there, one of the youngsters in the squad, coming in at right back. But the ball does end up with Zici, where we went 2-1 up in the game. We were doing okay with the amount of young players that had to come into the side, but Honorat was able to fire across for Faver, who ended up drawing the game. We then had the big game against PSG. Unfortunately, it was a 2-1 loss for us. In the first 10 minutes, it didn't start well, with Mbappe getting a cross in and Keane doing very well to head that in. We were able to get a goal back, however, on the 77th minute. Thought this might be the case where we were able to hold on, with Ikone getting a goal from the corner. But Verratti came forward with Danilo, looking out to Sarabia, who was able to get that ball across, and Keane, for his second goal of the game, knocks it in for a 2-1 victory. And finally, for the last game, it was Saint-Etienne. A great free kick effort, falls to Font to make it 1-0. We were able to bounce straight back from the PSG defeat and really show our quality now with this new tactic. David did very well on the left-hand side, taking it past two players, and Ikone latching onto the pass across field, where we had a couple of players there ready for that pass to make it 2-0. It was Andre from the corner receiving the ball, but Braderick was able to then get it back, played it into Ramsey, who does a lovely little Rabona across to Sanchez. Not sure the Rabona was necessary, but hey, if it goes in, it goes in. Ikone with a volley clear, falling straight to David, who was able to then take it past the defender using his pace and round the keeper as well to score another one. Then David again driving forward from deep. He was able to get past Gabriel Silva's challenge, getting right to the byline, having a cut back. Got a bit lucky with the initial shot falling back to him to get another one there. And then we had Burak Yilmaz in the 90th minute coming forward. Musonda, the new name in the side, playing it into Ramsey. The ball falls to Yilmaz, who does fire it home in the 91st minute. So there you have it. That was how we got here. A couple of massive wins in there and a complete turnaround of form, I'd say, especially with this new formation we've got. It's a shame it's happened so late on in the season, with only, I think it's 13 or 14 games left, or 12 games actually. But I think we can hold on to our third place and get Champions League football. Squad-wise, as you saw, there are a couple of signings that I want to show you. The first one will be Charlie Musonda. He's come in. We brought him in for a fee of £1.5 million from Chelsea. He's played 5 games for us, nothing spectacular, but he was really a backup, someone to really force Bamba and Ikone to really start to perform. And it's worked, so I'm not disappointed with that. He's got a bit of pace about him, he's got a bit of something about him. So he's good to have kind of as that backup player. I was always a fan of him. Idrissa Gay also has come into the side. We sold Sheka to Marseille, I think, for 3.5 million. So we brought in Idrissa Gay to fill in that holding midfield role. He will be perfect for that role. Unfortunately, he came on for I think he came on for 20 minutes and ended up getting an injury. So hasn't been able to kind of continue his playing with us. But obviously, he's returned to Lille for this latter end of the season. But yeah, so the tactic we have been going for is this 4-3-3 formation, but custom direct counter-attack. We've changed things up, made it a bit wider, but we are looking to be kind of fluid, but also direct. It's a weird kind of thought process, but it's worked so far. We've got pace, we've got kind of that work ethic to go up and down, so it's been working very nicely. Braderick has been doing very well. You can see just 3 of the injuries we've had, but we've had plenty that has really kind of stifled any sort of synergy we've been able to get going. But the players have done very well otherwise. But we have got Nice today, so we'll get straight into the game. We'll show you kind of what goes on there, and we'll just see how today's games goes. Let's get in there. All right, here's the lineups. As I pour myself a drink, we can see here they've got the likes of Todibo at the back, who's a very, very solid player who I believe they've actually signed permanently in real life. But there you have it. There's the side. We've got Nkulu and Font at the back. Font will be leaving at the end of the season. Obviously, we're only doing one season, so it doesn't matter. But he'll be leaving to join Duhail in Saudi Arabia, I think. But doesn't make any difference to us as we will be gone by then. But here we go. Kick off. Let's go, Nice. Let's see what you can do and see if you can create something. Braderick is already looking a little bit jaded. Obviously, he's been hit quite hard with the challenge, but 15 minutes in, no highlight so far. And Nkulu has been booked. But here we go. First chance of the game, and it isn't for us. It is, in fact, for Nice. Ronnie Lopez with the free kick. Sanchez was able to cut it out and paid back to Jeremy Pierre. And Kasper Dolberg's able to pop that home to make it 1-0. That was a mistake that caused that goal, so that's a shame. Yeah, well, he's played it back. We've done well to win the ball there. Sanchez was able to kind of cut that ball out. Plays to Yazici, who plays it back to Jeremy Pierre, but I mean, he was nowhere near it, let it run past him for some reason, and Dolberg latched onto that, and he's always going to finish that bad boy. But it's a highlight straight from kickoff. I'm hoping that this means that we'll get a quick response and score to make it back to 1-1 and it not be any sort of issue. Sanchez driving forward on the edge of the box, fires. Easy save by Benitez there, but it's good to see that we are getting the time and space on the edge of the box. As we know, we've got players who can fire it in from there. Aaron Ramsey now looks to play it through to Braderick, who fires it across. Benitez doesn't deal with that very well, so it falls to Yazici at the back post. He fires it into Ramsey, who just headers over the bar. It's a great effort, but not quite good enough. Yazici does very well on this right-hand side that he's playing in that inverted winger role. Ronnie Lopez, ball in from a corner. And Nkulu isn't able to deal with it with Saliba there. And Todibo, who we highlighted, does get the header in. And it makes it 2-0. What is happening, boys? I was just praising you about how well you've turned things around and scored 6 in the last game. And now we're losing 2-0 in 30 minutes. Nkulu's got to do better there, and then Todibo's able to just head it home in an open net. And they're coming forward again. This is not good at all. We do get a block in though. Aaron Ramsey able to kind of get hold of that ball. Looks to go long. That is what we've asked them to do before. Yazici heads clear further forward, but they're able to knock it forward. Andre plays it out wide to Kone though. Here we go. Look at this pace. He's driving at the defence. He's not letting him get the ball off and plays it across to David. Challenged by Todibo to save the day there for Nice. That's a hell of a tackle to prevent a shot. But Jeremy Pierre is coming forward again. Aaron Ramsey with a bit of time here. Looks to play into Sanchez. Then into David. Into Zazici. Can he look for someone? Ikone there. He's cutting right inside. Ramsey's on the edge. On the ball. Just over again. That's the second opportunity Ramsey's had. This one a little bit harder than the first from the edge of the box. But we've got to be getting shots on target. Now, just before half-time, 5 minutes to go, we get a free goal kick all the way up the field. It's a well won by David, or challenged at least. It's come to Sanchez now, who's coming on the outside. Is he going to be able to get across into the box to create something? He attempts it. It's blocked, but Jeremy Pierre then goes again. Latomba heads clear as it was behind all of the attacking players. Andre plays back to Nkulu. Are we going to work it round? Here we go. Braderick looks cross-field to Sanchez, who plays it into Yazici, who's made a lovely run. And there is the finish. That is lovely football. The cross-field ball, we were able to cut it out, get it into Sanchez, who's in plenty of space in there. And he was able to pop it through to Yazici, who made that early run. And Nkulu into Braderick, who's found that lovely ball inside. Sanchez with a bit of time in there. And then that ball in. And their fullback is nowhere to be seen on Yazici. I can't tell. Kamara, who it was, didn't run with his man. And that gave us the opportunity to get the goal. They have got a corner though. Can Dolberg get the goal? It's just wide of the post. It looks like they've got an injury as well. So they may be having to make a substitute just before half time, which won't be ideal for them. But it's a good thing to have gone in at half-time with. We've got the better XG. We've probably got the better chances that we've had as well, especially from what we've seen. So hopefully we continue that into the second half. Now, with regards to what we do, I think we leave it as it is for now. Ramsey might be coming off at half-time. Not at half-time, a little later on if he doesn't improve. Font with the clearance. Izicci's not quite able to get there in front of Danilo, who does now bring the ball forward. It's a long effort, but doesn't trouble the keeper at all. We're coming forward now. 57 minutes on the clock. Ikone gets the ball from Bradaric, who plays it back to him, who loves to get across in the box and really does cause issues for teams because it's something he's pretty good at. Aaron Ramsey's able to get that ball across, and Ikone, is that off the bar? He absolutely smashed that. It rattles the crossbar and goes over for a goal kick. But it was a hell of an effort. Ronnie Lopez with the corner for Nice though. And Kulu is able to head it clear. Can we latch onto that, David? Can you make it there before the defender? He can. Now you've just got to make that run down that line. Just keep going. You've got the pace on him. It looks like you're beating him completely for pace there. He has been able to get back slightly. Danilo is the man. It's a challenge. He's calling for a penalty. It's not going to be one, and it's cleared by Ronnie Lopez. But Andre does get it again, and we come straight back at them this time. Aaron Ramsey coming forward. In the Izicci, who fires from the edge, but it's well wide and nothing to trouble the keeper. Atau, he's come on at half-time. Rennie Adelaide now receiving the ball. Saliba at the back, dinking it forward to Atau, but we're able to cut it out. Ikone into Andre, who's going to possibly look to fire this ball forward, which he does like to do. Aaron Ramsey back to Nkulu, into Ramsey again. We're messing about with it a bit at the back. I'd rather we didn't do this. It's a little bit sketchy, but the ball's lifted to Ikone, who does look to come forward. I mean, that is a dreadful touch. I know you're probably trying to knock it past him, but you've not got the pace there. Ikone does well to recover, though. That is what you want to see. He may have lost it, but he does recover the ball. Bradaric now able to get on it. Looks long to David, who brings it down beautifully and plays it off to Ikone, who now this time does drive at the defence and is able to get forward. Rennie Adelaide, this time with the sliding challenge. They're having a right battle on that side of the pitch. Atau into Saliba, who's now going to force Nice forward. Ronnie Lopez on that right-hand side, cutting in. He's going to look for Dolberg, I'm sure, but he may have to be forced out wide to Atau, who has got the support there for him. Plays it back to Ronnie Lopez, who again back to Danilo, who's going to fire it. There it is, bottom right-hand corner. The keeper's not close enough to it, and it has gone in 3-1 now. Let's see. Aaron Ramsey will come off for Izicci. We'll pop on Bamba on that right-hand side. Are they better? I think they are better that way around. Give us a bit more options going forward, a bit more pace on the wings. Izicci can also dictate the game a little better in the middle with a bit more time on the ball. He scored, so you can't complain too much. I'm not saying it was bad out there, but we'll mix it up, give the defender something else to think about now with the winger out there. So Renato Sanchez has just got a booking, and it is a free kick on the edge of the box. Claude Maurice for Lille. Well wide of the post, nothing to worry about. Now it's our turn for a free kick. Can we make something happen from this? It's in a nice area. Can Yazicci do anything with this? It's an effort. Fantastic free kick. The keeper got a hand to it, but it wasn't enough to get the ball away from goal. And we go again. We're only one goal behind now. We've got to get this goal. We've had enough chances. It's a lovely free kick. Benitez does get a hand to it, but only able to force it up into the roof of the net rather than away from goal. But Lille now, straight from kickoff, 20 minutes to go. We've still got plenty of time for more goals in this game. There's 5 already. It's been an action-packed game. A lovely game to bring you guys. So I hope you do enjoy it. Benitez with a long ball forward. Are we able to cut that out? Not quite, as it is flicks on. But we do receive the ball. No one's hunted Font down. So he's able to play it back to the keeper, who looks long. It comes to Ikone. Can he do something else today? He lost the ball over to Bamba, who's through on goal. But Benitez matches him at the near post and pops it round the corner for a corner. And here we go. We're going to see this corner. Jeremy Piet from the right back position crosses the ball in. Bamba's not quite able to beat Todibo in the air, who heads it clear. But now it's Lise Malou breaking forward. He's coming down this right hand side. Can he Is he going to get a cross in? I'm hoping we can block this cross. Not quite, but Sanchez back again. He is everywhere on the pitch. And that is why he's our box-to-box, because he can get everywhere. He's fantastic position in there to head the ball clear. Look at this stats, though. This is what's happened in like all of our games. We have the opportunities, we just can't score. Can't really capitalise on them. But Kamara into Guri on this left-hand side, taking on the defence. We've got plenty of players back. We should be able to deal with this. How has Dolberg missed that? We've got away with one there. It looks like he was offside anyway. So it would have been fine, but we can't be giving them those sort of chances. Now, do we mix it up again? Ikone may be coming off for Charlie Musonda on there. Jeremy Pié has been having a nightmare on that right back position by the looks of things, but we'll leave him on there and see how things travel on for the last few minutes of the game. I am so upset if we've lost this. We've got 6 minutes extra time and we still haven't created anything then. And there we have it, 3-2 to Nice. A game we should have won. That's highlighted our season, really. Getting the chances, not putting them away, and ended up losing the game by 1 goal. We fought hard, but obviously not hard enough to really get the win we wanted. It's so fluctuating with our performances. But we will come back at the end of the season. I'll show you kind of how things have gone in those remaining games. And then we'll get to compare how we got on in the season compared to real life. I'll be honest, I think you can probably tell it's not gone anywhere near as well, but we'll see how we feel about it. But I hope you did enjoy. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll catch you in the next episode, which will be the final episode for Lille One Season Wonder, and we'll be on to a different team after that. But like I say, hope you enjoyed. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll catch you next time.